All right, it's Shay Seeking. This is going to be part two to Proverbs chapter 1. And again, I just thought about that. I thought about how long this video ended up being. And I just kind of feel like I've been rambling. But again, if people could sit in church for 3 hours, again, it took all this time. And I'm not saying every church is a bad church. When I say stuff like this, you know what I mean. So, it's just like we sat there for all that time. So again, y'all can sit here for a minute. I haven't been doing long videos in a long time. And then you don't have to if you don't want. So let's go where we were going. All right. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. So again, this this makes me think about even taking away the livelihood, because again, like I was talking to somebody yesterday about how if there were to be a social credit thing going on here in the Americas that we're not really privy of too much yet, because we're seeing it as a joyful thing that we're moving into, which it could be or maybe not again. Right? That this thing will be able to could it be going off of your behavior, right? And if you say or do certain things that you may not be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor, or you may not be able to do these certain things. Like if we even think about it with this little thing, this identification card they want you to get for this other stuff, really think about those things where it sounds so much like a good idea. Is somebody really going to be at the grocery store holding out their hand checking for these damn cards and thinking you're going, and I'm just saying, even if you is, ain't you going to maybe going to possibly get, from all this transitioning, all this transaction of these cards and stuff. It's just, some of this stuff just don't make no sense. So obviously it's for something else, right? It's going to move into it being representation of something else, where it's going to be something else. All right. So, we don't they give it to you in a certain form or fashion, and we just let our brain and common sense go right out the door. So let's see. So yeah, greedy of gain. And they take away the life of the owners thereof. And again, this is also making me think about stolen identity fraud, things like this, things like certain groups may know who you are, right? Because again, some of us are being monitored in a sense. And so, I think some of the monitoring is to keep us safe, but there's others that don't want that. And I think that because they know who we are, and they know that we are not just, some of us are not just heirs, but royal heirs to some of you, not even just thrones here, but other places. And again, now's the time. And so I think that there's double distractions and deception. Okay. So let's see. But again, they want to take ownership of. And that's, again, you too, as being the land. See, that's what we're not looking at. Partials of land, or the land or the soil. Being the actual people that belong to it too would be under the reign or rule or something of another. So again, to take their own, we could take that either way, but So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief places of concourse, in the opening of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, How long ye, or yea, simple ones, will love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and the fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish come upon you, they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and for the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearken unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Now, okay, I'm just flashing my head when I said this, right? Okay, because I do think that there is, again, something going on between divine feminine and masculine. Those are the people that are coming into their high self for a purpose or a reason or something, a connection to Elohim or whatnot. And I think that some of these people are being joined together in different realms, in different ways, and that they are being coupled either to be mates or being companions or being grouped together as some kind of inspiration, something. There's something going on here. And, there's something that doesn't want that to go on. And I think that the divine feminine or masculine can be coming from, I don't know, are we looking at that a certain aspect of as a yin and yang, or as above so below, or even like I think it just said in one of these chapters that the rich and the poor are going to be brought basically from the same level, and that I can't remember if they use wisdom or the mother is the mother of them both. So again, this is the mother of heaven and earth, right? See, and are we talking about heaven of the air or heaven of a higher level of consciousness, awareness, and seeing? And then we're talking about the earth. What are we talking about? The underworld? Are we talking about commoners, peasants, and servants? Are we talking, it's just so many different ways that we can look at it. But this is reminding me of the women crying out, right? So we know wisdom was a woman, okay? But that could be representing a group of priestly women, high priest women, with a spirit of that of old, which someone would fear, because these are the ruthless, they could be at some times, because they were protecting the fierce, we'll say that, fierce women of old, with the spirit of the fierce women of old that are trying to rile up the lions, or, and it's just something like, I think I was just talking to my mom, I think about this, about how women, that there is something, some kind of growth and beauty that's going on with women, and that it is something that does possibly bother some men. But at the same time, some men today are appreciative of that, because the same time that we're rising, they are too, right? And so it just made me think about, what was it? Goodness, y'all, I need to get some sleep. Oh, how women just in general with